Hey, happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to another Chamber Check-In episode from Idaho's only five-star accredited chamber. Today, I'm so excited to feature a locally family-owned business called GEM Website Design, and I have owner, founder, CEO, and president with us today, Mr. Chris Norman. Hi, Chris.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining the chamber. This series, Chris, is an opportunity for us to engage with our members on a virtual format. And we've been featuring businesses since 2020, since April of 2020. And since then, we've featured, I don't know, 450 chamber members, twice a week, every Thursday and Friday. And it's been a great way for us as a chamber to share our members' products, services, their about us story. But what I love sharing is the human element, the people. So why don't we start out with that, Chris? Tell us a little bit about your background and history of work that led you to becoming an entrepreneur.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Good question too. I'll try to make it brief because obviously all these stories, right, can probably go on and on with introducing people to kind of the background of ones and how they got there. But short story is that my father worked at Intel, so from an early age, I had a real solid foundation technology. I had a personal computer at age 8. And so I been around computers for quite a bit. Interesting enough, that wasn't what got me started. I didn't start at that early age. But I started my first business at 17.
Wow.
And the thought process was, boy, I don't know if I like a 9 to 5 in my brain, where I was like, I don't know. What else can I do, right, to do that? So I started a window washing company. Honestly, at 17, didn't make, I think $500 a month was what I did at the time. But it really helped kind of lay the foundation for entrepreneurship, like owning your own business, serving customers, understanding what they require and need in their situation, and then doing your best to service that for them. And so I really got, I guess, more education on business. Years later, when I became a financial advisor, I was a licensed independent financial advisor for about 2.5 years. And so that kind of gave me a real understanding of what businesses require. I talked to a lot of business owners and various different, kind of net worths and stuff. So that kind of helped me a lot. And then later on, I got into this field, which is the technology field. So that's kind of the journey. I've been an entrepreneur basically since 17. A few years there, no, but overall, it's been owning a business for since then, and haven't looked back and enjoyed the journey for sure.
Incredible. We need more 17-year-olds to start their own businesses. I think your story, as it is unique, is something that needs to be shared. And, I get to talk with people all the time that are in senior leadership or executive roles. And more times than not, when I learn about their history, they were entrepreneurs in the beginning in high school. They were mowing lawns. They were out delivering papers. It was that type of work ethic that has kind of kickstarted their careers and set them apart from others. Anyway, so thank you for sharing that story. It's truly inspiring, Chris. And tell us a little bit about your business, GEM Website Designs. Why did you get into into website designs? Technology is kind of the overall arching thing, but why websites? And tell us a little bit about when GEM Website Design started and why.
Yeah. So again, I said that from an early age, I was around technology, but probably like some young ones, right? I didn't want to follow my dad's footsteps that early. So I did everything else but technology really at an early age. But around 2018 or so, and again, obviously I was familiar with computers. I used it, but not coding and nothing like really in depth there. Weirdly enough, I started with indie game development, actually building video games. I thought, hey, you know what? I might do that. I love being creative. I love kind of solving problems. It seemed an impossible situation. How can I design, engineer, code, create the music, all that for a video game? Well, I learned a lot, but I learned that wasn't the business for me after about 6 months or so. So I said, well, I have some business knowledge, obviously being an entrepreneur for a while. I've been in the shoes of what a business owner needs to have a successful business. I also have some information I know on technology. How can I bridge this gap together? And that was kind of led me to web design, creating websites that assist companies in reaching an online audience that perhaps at that point they never reached before. And obviously we're seeing technology explode in so many avenues. So I was thinking that would be such a great tool to combine what I know or continue to try to learn about business with that technology element and assist business owners to reach that next step with that. So that's kind of what started that. And we've been doing it since about 2018. And so, yeah, it's 5 years, 6 years later, we're still here and happy that we started this journey. So,
you know, we were talking earlier a little bit about website designers, and there's a lot of them, right? And a lot of them here in town. And what I liked about going through your website, your own website, is that it had this local family feel about it. Tell us what companies will experience when they hire GEM Website Designs.
Yeah. So again, I think it's vital that our team, and obviously for myself, we're business owners, right? I'm a business owner. So I've been in the shoes and in the shoes of ones we're serving. And knowing the power of what a website brings to a business from a marketing perspective is vital. So what you get is hopefully a hometown, very honest, sincere assistance to help our customers better, right? Help their businesses go from wherever they're at to wherever they want them to be, and kind of walk them down that journey. We want to partner with them. We're not there to push them down to where they want to go, but we're there to partner with them to reach the goals they want to with this kind of technology. So that's what you get. You get kind of education on that, knowing that someone's in your shoes and knows, at least from this field, what it means to increase revenue of your business using this strategy of websites. And really, not like case studies, we'll go into that probably later, but a lot of data we have that we've had consistent results helping clients increase their revenue of their business by utilizing a website from a marketing perspective. And I think that's not just building websites, but having a knowledge of marketing and how to reach an audience to talk about your message to your target market in a way that they are convinced that you're the company to work for. And having that on an online platform is huge. And user friendliness, all the kind of stuff. So anyways, that's kind of what you get with using us, as all those tools in one. So,
you know, I love looking for information about a company before, I'm in the chamber world, so I'm attracting companies and businesses to invest in the chamber and our advocacy efforts. And the most important piece that I try to learn about is what the mission and vision of organizations are, because I want to try and align and mirror what our services and products are to their mission and visions. And there's just a lot more talking that occurs when I go to meet somebody. So the value of a website is so important. And I can't even imagine the change of pace of website design now, because when you're an organization, you're trying to share your stuff through social, you're trying to create that content up to date and relevant and timely. You need a partner like what you offer, Chris, to stay with that customer all through. Like you said, partner, not just a hiring you to do this and then it's a one and done thing. It's seriously a partnership where you're helping them along the way. Because I know that good websites update often. As far as their content, their portfolios and their services. So tell me a little bit, let's dive a little bit deeper into the services that you provide.
Yeah. So since we're a smaller team and we don't do anything, we don't hire outside of our team members. We try to really focus on what we're good at, what we're passionate about, and what we can kind of sink our teeth in when it comes to knowledge. Because as I mentioned, Paul, it's an ongoing field, and as business owners, we can't learn everything there is. We can't learn every single topic that helps our business thrive. So we have to partner with passionate companies and individuals who have that enthusiasm in that field that we're looking for. And that partnership, again, adds to this kind of fuel of a business. And as you add more of these individuals, more of these companies, your business thrives as a result of that. So we try to, again, just focus on a few. In this case, it's website design development. It seems kind of obscure, but basically just building a website for the sole intent of creating a revenue stream. We don't make websites just to look pretty. Again, they do. But there has to be data that supports every decision we make to make sure that as best as possible, we're creating a presence that not only engages your audience, drives more traffic, but ultimately increases revenue. If you don't have a website doing that, then what's the point of the website? In the year we live in, right? A website has to be a marketing tool. So that's kind of our main focus. Another one we do is web applications. Now we're talking about automation. Now we're talking about taking admin cost. Let's say it's $20,000 a month in admin costs. How could we cut that in half? By using the power of a computer to send emails, do social media, all that automated, but yet still fueling by a human. All this can be built by applications on the back end that is running the business. So we create and design those, as well as SEO, which again is used a lot, search engine optimization, essentially just how can you get better exposure online with your brand. So when people type in plumbing or whatever your business does, or whatever the business does, how can your business show up more often, more regularly as the months and years go on? That's really the essence of SEO. So those are our three main services we do. We try to really dive deep into that so we can provide the best benefit to our clients as possible.
So you're a brand enhancer and a marketing agency as well, I saw.
Yeah, so that's a part of our sub-services, I guess. We could do logo design as well. Obviously, the marketing aspect is specifically for SEO. So we create blogs and social media content for the sole purpose of engaging and increasing brand exposure online. But it kind of can almost be all funneled into SEO, I guess, which is kind of like a form of online marketing. So yes, all those we still do those, but really those three fundamental services are kind of our main focus. But yeah, brand exposure and online marketing, all that is kind of tied into SEO.
So that's kind of your specialty of services, helping your customers create more revenue. And you mentioned your team quite a bit. Tell us a little bit about your team and kind of point out some of their not specialty, but their expertise.
Yeah. So our team consists right now of 3 people. So myself, who's I guess the sales or coder. I'm kind of wearing hats like any business owner, right? Yeah. We wear so many hats.
Yes.
My wife, I'm blessed to work alongside her with this. She's a co-owner of the business. And she's a fantastic designer. So she has a lot of certifications and accolades from design. So she does a fantastic job bringing this creation that clients want to life. And then we have a coder that kind of does the back end coding. I assist him. We kind of partner up. All that. And so currently those are we're 3 strong right now, and we're doing well with that.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing your team, because, I love the fact that when we were talking earlier, you're like, when somebody calls, they get you, right? They get an Idaho person and an Idaho company that is working with local organizations to help. And I think that's really cool. Nowadays, you don't know who you're calling on the phone, especially if you're looking for website design. So thanks for keeping it real and credible, Chris. And congratulations on the accolades of your wife and her work, and thanks to your whole team. You're never as good as your team is, right? It's everyone together.
Yeah, exactly. And one more thing too, I forgot to mention on there too, we try to also focus with each person, especially when we're hiring on, is focus on continuing education, especially in the field. Technology gets super complex very quickly. Yeah. And so we really try to not push, but encourage further development. So we even add hours we pay for employees to be able to actually learn key essentials that will create make their job easier, but they can provide more value. So our goal is to be experts. Each individual should be an expert, a master of their craft. If we can continue to create a team like that, that will be a value to clients to work with, knowing that every single person on the team is a master at their craft. and we continue to learn. It's not just one thing. It's so to cover that, we definitely want to. We love education, so that's kind of a main focus for us.
Well, that's the constant, right? Change is the only thing that's constant nowadays. Your website is scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and I encourage folks that are interested in updating or rebuilding or a new organization that doesn't even have a website, give Chris and the team a call. You can find out most of their information from their gemwebsitedesigns.com. We were talking about community, and one of the things you did is you invested in your local chamber. Tell us a little bit more about your community partnership and why that's important, Chris.
Yeah, obviously, when it comes to working with businesses or just people, right? It's a people business, right? So you have to help and support ones around you. So one is we're a chamber member, and we're very happy to be that. It was a wonderful thing. So that's one way. We're also a member of our chamber in our local town in Emmett, in Idaho as well. And we try to kind of provide education to ones. So even when it comes to helping other ones, I've assisted numerous ones to start their own business, and so now they actually run and operate very successful businesses. And so I try as much probably all of us do to really provide information, education to ones to kind of help them out. So it's kind of how we share our knowledge with everyone, just kind of openly. And if anyone has any questions, I always am happy to share what I know.
That's awesome. That's so critical. Educating that next generation of leader, entrepreneur, that workforce. I think that's critical. Thank you, Chris. Hey, while I have you, for the last couple of minutes, is there anything else that you'd like to educate the public on?
I think we covered it pretty well. Again, when it comes to your business, right, especially with ones who are watching, if they're business owners, understanding how your business can continue to grow is essential, right? Obviously, all of us want our business to grow, and so a key fundamental I just want to kind of really focus on is the online aspect, and really working with ones who can partner with you to help you down that journey of how to take your current company and expand that into the online field to be successful. So that's just something that we love doing. We've worked with many people to help their companies grow in revenue and engagement. We have a lot of track record of case studies that have proven that not only have we done it, but we can do it actually on a consistent basis. So that's one thing I wanted to share, that where we're happy to assist ones in that endeavor.
Well, that is so true. I remember pandemic hit, and the only thing we had was online content to engage with. And I didn't even know what Zoom was until the pandemic. And I think that's you forcefully get to learn things that you didn't know before. I always love the saying, the pain to change. A person will change when the pain to change is less than the pain is to remain the same. Like when you're going to the dentist, you usually don't go there if you're not in the regular maintenance checkup. You go when it hurts, right? But you could have prevented that hurt if you would have just your regular checkups. So I think it's just the human nature, right? And so, Chris, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you help sharing about your business and sharing your team with us and how you solve problems for organizations. Thank you, Chris.
No, thank you, Paul. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Have a great weekend. Say hi to the team.
Will do.